La 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 la. La 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 la. She really hates him, it's really true. Why did she marry this jackass Jew? Some people say that opposites attract, but this seems more like a suicide pact. He's totally sober, she's not that drunk. He's really old and she's got some spunk. He's totally holy as an asinine bomb, and she's just a little less dumb. She really hates him, it's really true. But somewhere deep down, she loves him too.
Test. All right. Bonnie hit the video.
Test.
Video. Bonnie hit the video. Video hit the radio star. What was that song? Video.
Somebody should do like one of those like raps for us where it's like test, and then you're always like speak up. You know, could do a little.
A little.
I'm good at describing music. I just realized that about myself.
Pretty good.
Speak up.
What
are you dumb? Speak up. The last clip that we posted, you kept saying, "Are you stupid? Are you dumb?"
I said it once because
you said, "Are you dumb?" and then you said, "Are you stupid?"
Yeah. Answer it.
I'm not the smartest person in the world, as you know. Well, you're in Mensa.
Yes, this is our first pod.
Look at how loud I'm speaking today.
This is our first.
Full of confidence, despite my unintelligence.
This is our first podcast in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up.
You could tell I'm different already.
I woke up with a lot of anxiety today. Today's Tuesday. Thursday.
Tuesdays you do more anxiety than other days?
No, maybe if you listen, then you'll have it. Yes. No, you don't want to listen.
That's my New Year's resolution. Less listening.
When I took my MRI, which people are tired of hearing, and Thursday they'll call me and we'll go over the results, and I'm scared. It's 50-50. It's either good or bad. It's 50-50.
The stupidest thing. Listen, I know where this idea came from. And I remember when you were so taken with it back then.
Well, when Ellen said it?
Ellen said it when she was about 13?
Yeah. No, she was younger.
Okay. No, I didn't know her much younger than that.
She was probably like 8.
We were at our...
She was 8.
No, she wasn't. We were at our dining room table. And I didn't know her when she was 8.
She said it when she was like 8, but repeated it.
Oh, I see. Okay. So she said everything's 50-50. It either is or it isn't, which... I get philosophically, I suppose, but there's varying degrees of yes or no. There's varying degrees.
Well, okay.
If you're a woman, you don't it's not like a 50-50 if you have prostate cancer. Okay? It's a 0. Like you said everything's 50-50. It's not.
It's either yes or no. Well, anyhow.
That's not what 50-50. You guys need to take a course in probabilities.
Oh, really? Where do you get a course in probabilities?
I took mine through the Japanese School of Design, but...
That's the dumbest fucking ad-lib I've ever heard. I think on probability, Japanese, which makes no sense. Their School of Design. That was...
It just came out. I'm letting what's really in there come out.
That's your first ad-lib of 2021 on our podcast?
It's not my first ad-lib. I did a whole show last night.
No, on our podcast.
Oh, on our podcast.
So anyhow...
all of it's an ad-lib if you think about it.
Oh,
it either is or it isn't. There's a 50% chance that's an ad-lib.
Yeah, where did you get that from? What course was that?
That was the Culinary School of Vermont, weirdly enough. I learned, I don't care where the information comes from. If it's important, I take it in.
Well, I do have anxiety waiting because whatever. In my head, this is in my head. Worst case scenario.
A lot of room, right?
Worst case scenario, really funny.
Second ad lib.
Worst case scenario, whatever. Then I got to do this, get you all prepared for the...
Why are you always looking that direction when we do the podcast?
Over there?
Yeah, it's like I'm right here. You never look over at me. Although it is weird to sit like this. It's like...
No, when you do radio, people, they don't sit there like this, looking at each other.
I do. Somebody sitting next to me and I'm talking to them. I don't go like this. So, Rich, I mean, you look at the person.
I look straight ahead.
No, you're not. You're literally looking away. It's like I'm some like I'm
Monster.
not a fan of yours.
You're a monster.
Oh God, thank you for paying attention to me.
What's in that photo album?
That's photos of me when I was a child.
Ooh, keep it down here in the basement.
Okay.
I have no reason. That's my
Great
bad.
ad lib. Wow.
Anyhow,
Your 2021 ad libs are out of this world.
here's what I'm
Where'd you
saying.
learn that one?
I'm not going to talk about this anymore,
Thank
but it's
God.
nerve-wracking waiting for results, major results from MRIs.
Everything's a major result.
It's either 50-50.
You leave the house today and have a major result.
But here's
You have some on your lip. That's a major result.
Here's-
Do you have some on your lip? It's a 50-50. You either do or you don't. You still have it on your lip. What the?
where? Oh, you're touching me.
First time in 2021. Okay. Got it? What is it? It's like stuck to your lip. It's like a piece of oat or something.
Oh, it's a piece of my lip.
Oh God, it's skin and it won't. Now you're gonna tear off your whole lip if I just gotta ignore it. You're right to look away. Why didn't I think of that?
I got to tear off
Look
my
away.
whole. I got to tear off my whole lip because one little piece of skin came up.
I mean, it's like sticky. It's like a
Yeah.
piece of.
Do you ever use? Isn't that? Do you ever used to peel your lips when it, and get big, nice peeled lips?
No, no. What is that? A Plainfield, New Jersey thing?
No, when you
Yeah, we used to peel our lips.
the dead skin on your lip, you peel it, get a nice.
That's-
Sometimes you get a long one, you peel. But sometimes it would bleed. You would get and
No,
it bleed.
that's like when you tell people stuff from your childhood and no one else is like.
No, this
Remember when I tried to tell you about bumps, the birthday bumps
No.
in Canada, where you get the birthday bumps. So one person takes your hands, one person takes your feet, or more than whatever.
And they rape you.
They bump, they bump your butt to the ground. However many birthdays you have, so 7
Yeah.
But it hurts.
Yeah,
People are
especially if you're 67.
Yeah, and a lot of times
What?
you're not 67.
Not me. I'm saying a person. They got to be bumped
right,
67
right. We don't do
times.
it to old people.
Where do you draw the line? What age?
25.
Oh,
That's about all the bumps people can handle. It turns out.
there's some people 25 that you can't lift with 4 people or 2 people.
Yep. So they don't get the bumps. It's not made a big deal of. We just say, "Oh, hey, happy birthday." And nobody brings up. Don't bring up the birthday bumps.
Did you read this
I
online?
got a bad arm.
I don't have my phone to look this up.
The bean dad.
I get scratches. Where do you get scratches?
It's just dry
from?
skin. You gotta drink more.
No,
water.
these are scratches. Chef, did you read? I think the legislator. Is that what it's called? The legislation, the legislator, or
Is that a publication?
no? The branch in government,
Legislative?
whatever, where they pass
What
laws
do they
that go-
teach you in Mensa?
that they want to pass a law where you don't say father, mother, sister,
Can you
brother
honestly?
anymore.
You're on a podcast. You're talking about something, so you're bringing the attention to you,
Yeah,
and you're scratching your arm like there's no tomorrow.
they can't see me.
I
Look
don't
in the
care.
camera.
I can see it, and you can hear it. You can hear like. Please.
No, that's your pussy
Please.
rubbing.
That's my pussy is very quiet.
Go look up. Take your phone.
No, just
my-
explain it to me. I'd love to hear you explain to me. Then, if I can't get it, I'll look it up.
They want to.
Stop scratching first. Okay.
They want to pass a law or
Yes.
do whatever where they take out the words father, mother, sister, brother.
And from what? Take it out from what?
Just
The English language?
and make it general, neutral, or whatever. I don't fucking know what craziness
They're
is
just
going
trying
on.
to take gender out of parenting now.
Yeah, added the names.
But
Look,
how can they legally? Like,
Look
what's
here.
the legal?
look it up? That's what you do. You're the.
Shut up.
You,
Just
I
shut
mean,
up.
you got
Just
the
stop
phone.
talking. Just shut up.
What do
I
you mean,
realize
shut-
I'm the only one who can spell, but
No, you have the phone. I don't have the phone.
legislators. Is
Oh,
that
funny.
the word?
I didn't say that. Don't get me mad.
But why was that the first thing?
What do you mean? What are you looking up?
I'm trying to find this thing.
I mean, it was on Facebook, so it could have been fake, but I don't
Oh,
know.
I'm sure it's fake.
No.
How are they gonna like legally?
I don't know, maybe in when they're speaking, I don't even know this. I didn't read the story yet.
No, there's nothing coming up.
What? No, come on.
I don't know. I honestly, I put in mother, father. I put in legislative branch of government. I put in laws pertaining to the words mother, father. Nothing came up. I don't know what else. I don't know how. Like, how are they? They can't legally make people say.
No, they could take it out of books, out of.
So they're just saying the parent instead of the mother or the father.
Yeah,
well, that
probably.
seems fine. That seems
No, well, yeah,
appropriate.
one's a mother, one's a father. If you don't think you're the father, if you think you're the fucking
why would they just
gorilla,
say parent?
you can say that too. You can
So
say
I'm just
whatever.
saying they're just updating it so that it's not like a gender issue. It's like if the parent does this, then therefore that. If it's just legalese.
Look, here's the deal.
I don't want to argue with you about it because you're arguing from a place of total emotional something.
No,
or
I'm
other.
not. Here's the deal. Everybody tries to push their fucking agenda, which is
What's
good.
the agenda to say that some things that a parent is?
Don't raise. There's no reason to raise your voice.
No, but you're okay.
If you want to be called a man and you're a man, good. If you want to be called a woman and you're a woman, if you want to be called,
we're talking about legal documents in which. As far as I know, I mean, obviously, I have no idea what this fucking story is that he's talking about. But
you want me to find it?
Go ahead and try. But I'm telling you, if it's in like some, you get called things all the time.
Where's Google?
You get called the leasee or the
what?
or you're like, oh gosh, there better be a gender behind that. I'm a man, leasee.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying they call you things in legal documents that don't have anything to do with your gender. Why would it, it seems natural to be like the parent or, if that's what you're talking about, why would it matter that they don't use mother or father? They use parent. That way the law can apply to either side.
Okay, if they're only talking to one parent.
Then they say the one parent, because sometimes there's two parents that are both women. No, that's not it.
Houses built upon discrimination based.
No, that's something different. Silly.
Whatever. I'll find it later and I'll deal with it. Maybe
it
was
just
a
being emotional about
I'm
something.
not being emotional. I'm just being.
You're letting people on Facebook twist your opinions of things when just think about it on your own.
I do.
That one, if that's the way that you described it to me, has nothing to do with anything. It's not. It's not the thing that you think where we all have to start calling each other they. It's not that.
Do you have Facebook?
No, I would never look at Facebook because I don't feel like being brainwashed by people stupider than me.
I don't being brainwashed. I
That's all the social media is.
It's same with Instagram.
Same with Instagram. Same with Twitter. The things that I think about, how I think about things get changed when I look through Twitter. I've noticed that about myself. You change slightly your position on things. That's letting groupthink affect how you actually think about things.
Look, also
good or bad. And sometimes it's good to get other opinions, obviously. But what happens is that, like, as an example, when I'm a vegan, so
don't remind everybody.
Okay. And so
do you wear leather?
Well, I don't know why you're arguing about veganism right now. I do not buy any new leather, no, since I become vegan. But I'm not perfect.
I know.
But my point is, like, these might have some kind of animal thing to it. These Uggs. I don't know.
What are they?
Uggs.
Uggs don't have animals.
I don't know. They might have some kind of sheep.
No, Uggs is too big to be doing that.
Okay. Anyway, my point is that
Uggs is animal free, I would imagine.
I doubt it. But anyway, my point is that so that I'm vegan. I'm not like a political vegan or anything. I don't care how other people live their lives. This is something I chose for me. No big deal. Then you start following a couple of vegan accounts on your Instagram, and then they're messaging you all the time. I'm getting information from them.
How come now it's not going up?
It is. It's fine. And then it notices that you are liking a couple of vegan things. So now you start getting vegan news alerts and whatever. Anyway, point being is that what might have just started out as like me not wanting to eat meat has turned into me knowing so much about, and repeating it to people, like how it's the number one way to combat climate change, and becoming more and more political about it. It's changes the way you think about things. That's with every single thing you click on in social media. It sends you more of that. So it can't help but twist that's how people get radicalized in every single aspect of their life, is because they had a curiosity about something.
Oh.
Does this make sense to you?
Yeah, but you think you're so smart.
No, I'm scared that I sound like an idiot talking about this because it's hard for me to vocalize.
It's called target marketing. That's
right,
all.
but I'm just saying it changes more than you think about the way you think.
Or it opens up your mind to look at both sides.
But it doesn't want you to look at both sides. That's the point.
It doesn't want you to, but a smarter person will.
A smarter person will, right? But I'm saying the system is working against you at looking at both sides. It doesn't ever give me any information
if you read what somebody posts, say they post something to the far right.
Yeah.
Then the comments. If you read the comments from other people, you'll have people that agree with them or disagree.
Right.
Then you read why people agree and you read why people disagree.
Right.
So
but
you
tend to put yourself in a bubble. I don't know about Facebook, but you tend to have. I mean, Facebook is your friends, right? I guess so. That's a bubble to begin with.
Yeah, I guess
Instagram, and what happens is that you're liking you've already picked the stuff that you like. You're already putting yourself in a bubble. So if I like people who say this kind of thing, I actually force myself to follow accounts that I don't like or, believe, because.
Who, me? Are you saying me?
What, like you're one of those accounts?
Yeah.
No. Haha. But I'm just saying, I try to follow stuff that goes against my thinking because I think it helps you in making big decisions. Otherwise, the whole goal is just to push you all the way over to one side, to radicalize you in whatever little thing that it is, whether it's sewing or veganism or
everybody
or
wants...
actual politics. It tries to push you as far to the left or to the right as it can possibly get you.
Or just agree with people. Listen, it's like what do you call the Army, the Navy, the Marine? They try to enlist you, or people knocking your door want you to become their religion.
Mm-hmm.
It's whatever you do, you want people to do it. If playing golf, I would. Well, I don't want people to play golf because they would stink and slow up the course. But if I had an agenda, whether it doesn't have to be political, it could be whatever. Something you like, something you enjoy eating, something, your hobby, you try to get other people to do it so they agree with you, and then you feel like you have carried the meatloaf message or the vegan message or the sewing message.
Well, I don't have that.
Well, it's not so.
Not naturally, anyway.
When it's political, when it's anything else, if it's political, then you look at both sides.
But people don't. Maybe you do, but I'm saying that's why there's fewer and fewer people left in the middle, because society doesn't want you in the middle.
But people are just going to read the headline and go, "Oh, I agree."
No, because it's.
No, you got to read the story.
Thank you. That's the point that I'm making is. It gets harder and harder to see both sides because you're not given one side at some point. At some point, the system is set up. You actively have to go seek out the other side. Otherwise, it'll just give you stuff that you already like or already believe or already agree with.
No,
and push it farther and farther and farther.
I get tons of Trump stuff, and I don't agree with it.
Well, you must comment on it then.
No, I don't. I don't want to start fights with other comics because...
Well, I don't get how Facebook works, but there must be some reason why it's coming on your timeline.
No, maybe a comic I follow puts something up on the timeline, puts a headline story.
But you're always coming up... I mean, that's the...
I'm not going to fight with them because it's... I'm not going to change their minds, especially in politics. If they're whatever. I didn't even read the whole story. Look, anything about Trump, I don't read anymore. I don't read all. It's too ridiculous. It's all ridiculous. There's supposed to be some
and anything that could have sunk him would have already done it.
There's supposed to be
the election can't. We're fucked.
There's supposed to be some phone call in Georgia where I don't even know what the deal is. What he said, get me 12 or 11,000 votes or 50. I don't even fucking know because I didn't read the story. I don't care.
11,764 votes. No, I don't know. I just made that up.
I don't even know. All I know is from the headlines, it doesn't look good. But I'm done. I'm done reading all that crap because it's just, it's out of my control. Anything that gets done politically is out of my control. I did my one little vote, okay? I did my vote, which is all I could do. I'm not calling the White House every day. I'm not calling my congressman. I'm not calling because it's ridiculous. If you're calling your congressman, say, and you're complaining about something, that would be like a fan from the audience calling you or emailing you and say, can you change that joke or can you switch that bit around? You go, what the fuck? So don't you think these Congress people are going, leave me alone? To all these people that are fucking, you know what I'm saying? That makes sense, doesn't it?
I guess I kind of zoned out a little bit.
Do you want me to repeat it?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
If you write to your congressman,
I know the congressman is like, look, you don't know everything that's going on.
You don't know behind the scenes.
You don't know who has what shit on me, how I have to play this.
Yeah,
There's a lot
kickbacks, the money, the fucking
hoops to jump through. Yeah.
Quid pro quo.
Quid pro. Excuse me.
Quid pro. Huh?
I don't know that. Is that Latin?
Quid pro quo. Quid. What is it?
No, I don't know. I don't know because I'm not.
Quid pro quo.
Wait.
Quid pro quo.
What is it?
When you do someone a favor and they do somebody a favor back to you.
It's called what?
Quid pro quo.
It seems like you're saying it differently every time.
I forget. It's quid pro. Quid pro. Quid.
I think I know some quid pro hoes.
Yeah. Quid pro
on Instagram.
Oh, quid pro quo. No, quid pro pro. Quid.
I think that's a
quid pro
operating system.
Quid pro quo. Quid. What the fuck is it?
Quo. I've heard.
Yeah, quid pro quo. Quid pro. It's like a.
Are you making it up?
No.
Please, I can't handle
I know what it means.
I don't want to be one of those fakers.
Oh, I don't
want to be a person who's
I don't fake.
I'm going to pretend to say this wrong.
No, I don't fake. I'm just trying to, because I haven't said it in a while, heard it. But it's when you help somebody, they help you. One hand.
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
One hand washes the other.
It's Latin for one hand washes
Quid
the
pro
other.
quo.
Quo.
Quo. Quid pro quo.
There you go.
I knew it right from the beginning.
You understood the basic.
Yeah, I couldn't get it out. I haven't said it in a while. I wasn't trying to be funny. I'm just giving it a point.
That was your resolution for 2021. I'm going to be even less funny than I was in 2020.
Yeah. I hate to tell you, I went on Saturday at the Stress Factory and did well. And it was major acts before me. Everybody killed before me. I went, I'll tell you the lineup before me. Do you want me to?
Yeah. Well, there's nothing more than we like on this podcast than lists. And let's start 2021 off right with a list. List of comics that went on before Rich Vos at the Stress
I just stopped in on Saturday to hang out. And Attell goes, you want to do a guest spot? I go, the host, well, Vinny went up first.
Did you have to do any quid quo quo?
It's quid pro quo. There, I knew it. I just it was
right. You just
getting a little stammered. That might even be the word.
I don't. If it's stammered, is a word.
I don't know if that fits the.
I don't know if you say it like that exactly.
If it fits their narrative, I don't know.
Oh, learned that word. Didn't know what trigger warning was 2 days ago. 48 hours ago, Rich claims to not have ever heard the term trigger warning. Isn't that amazing?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
We were in the car. I said, jokes are now going to have come with a trigger warning. That's the next thing that's going to happen. And you go, what's that? I said, you never heard the term trigger warning? Which I have to be careful because you get very mad when I say that. So you were like, no, I immediately moved on. I was like, oh, I'm not trying to shame you. It's very hard to believe.
First of all, I thought you said something else, and
No, you didn't. Stop making that joke. It's horrible.
I'm not making a dirty joke.
I didn't say it was dirty.
Or racial.
Inappropriate.
I didn't do a racial joke.
Really? Okay, then what did you think I meant?
Huh?
Stop it. You're so gaslighting. What is wrong with
you're
you? Do you think I just met you?
You're so transparent.
Oh my God. Did you go and look up a list of words that you needed for 2021?
Oh, you think you're such an
You didn't
You
know.
think you're such an influencer.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Did you or did you not know what trigger warning was?
It's when you
Be careful because the other day you said you didn't know what it was and got mad when I said you don't know. You never heard that?
What is it? I forgot. It's when you say before a bit, hey, this could offend you.
This is going to get rough.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
No, it's not for a bit. It's for in life they put trigger warnings on
movies.
Yes.
This is adult content. They've been doing that for years.
No, but sometimes they get a little more specific, like this involves sexual harassment or something.
Ugh.
Why are you?
Everything has a warning. Just don't watch it.
Well, that's what they're saying. They're saying, but the thing is like there could be a trigger. Anything. This movie has drinking in it. That could be your trigger.
That's
this
so
movie
stuff.
has
Oh, this movie has a male and female that identify that they're male and females.
Why is this wrong now?
What's wrong?
What happened? Did the camera move?
No, there's nothing wrong with the camera. It's your face.
It's like I'm way out of the frame.
Then move back in.
It's like
You're moving your chair. You're moving
no,
all.
I didn't.
Don't worry.
I will.
Oh, so the Stress Factory was off the hook.
Okay, so trigger warning. You didn't know what it was.
I did.
Oh, so you lied when I was talking to you. So you
I
didn't
know. I just didn't want to talk with you guys at the time. So
Well, why'd you bring it up?
I didn't bring it up. You brought it up. Why would I bring up
So
trigger
you
warning?
so to shut down the conversation, you said I don't know what trigger warning is, and then you thought I would just be like, oh, and then not talk again,
It was my dream. It was my wish.
and then look, then you start looking at that way. Like, are you doing a podcast with those coats over there? Like, what is your issue? Remember last night when I had a conversation with the plant?
Yeah.
Because the plant understood me better than you.
Do I remember?
Well,
wait.
who knows?
Do I remember 12
I don't
hours?
know. I don't
Do I remember
know.
12 hours ago? Wait, refresh my memory. Yes. When Bonnie says something funny, and she'll go, "Oh, do you remember? Yeah, it was an hour ago."
Oh, really?
Or
You
if
don't
you-
do it. You
if
literally
Bonnie
have to
does some-
recap every funny thing you did at the end
No.
of a night.
If Bonnie does something funny, I'll go. Oh, she'll do it 3 more times in a row. Same with Raina. Like
You'll be like, you do this. You go, what did I say to Colin on the phone today? It's just so you can bring up the funny thing you said. What was that funny thing that I said to Raina?
Oh, Stress Factory was great Saturday. I stopped in just to say hello.
Let the people know. Let those
Where?
poster people.
The what?
You're doing this. You're like this.
I'm looking right into the camera. Look.
No, don't look at the camera. Tell the story. Why wouldn't you talk to me?
You're right next to me.
It is a little like being on a plane.
You wouldn't sit like that.
It's weird being on a plane. When you're on a plane and someone
When
talks
you're
to
in
you,
ra-
do
when
you
you're-
turn and talk to them?
I don't talk to anybody on a plane. And here's the other thing: when you're doing radio, you're talking into the mic to the people. It's not like you're talking exactly to that person. Sometimes you do look at that person or whatever, or sometimes you just whatever. I don't want to give mic
But
techniques.
you're literally like positioned away from me.
And my right butt cheek hurts, so I keep leaning it. Whatever. So,
You're such a dick.
what am I a dick? I'm telling you why I'm leaning. My back hurts.
Yeah, but you like turned that way to do it. You go, So,
What?
scoot your chair this way.
What way? Listen, we're wrapping it up soon anyhow.
All right, fine.
My butt hurts.
What, you
Just
think
the
we got
bone.
it? You think we got the clip with the Quid Pro
No.
Pro?
Well, no, because
Did you make it up?
No, I didn't make it up, but it seems like it's made up, so I don't want to use that.
Why does it seem like it's made up?
Because nobody would fuck that up that many times.
Yeah. So how did you?
I was
You're such a liar about
I'm not a
everything.
liar. I'm not lying. I'm just saying because it was like a lot of pressure and I was trying to get it out. I know what it meant, but I never took Latin in school. So sometimes I forget. So
I should have asked you what language it was instead of telling you.
I would have known it's Latin. Oh my goodness.
Do you know any other Latin phrases?
Latin phrases.
I only know stuff that's on documents.
Oh, Latin phrases.
In perpetuity, is that Latin?
No, that's legal. American English legal. I really, really, I want to be part of the royal family.
We've been watching The Crown.
I really.
Rich, by the way, up until this point, I didn't realize you know nothing about the royal family.
I know. Are you crazy?
You called her Princess Diane 20 times.
I said Diana.
No, Rich, why would you lie? Isn't your whole thing about telling the truth? You said Princess Diane 20 times last night. I kept saying Diana.
Yeah, maybe I'm talking about different princess. Look it up from
Okay,
Wales.
stop.
From Wales.
Calm down. Calm your jets. Calm your jets. Why are you lying so much in this podcast?
Oh, what other lie did I have?
Trigger warning.
What? Oh, you are.
You lied twice on that.
Okay.
You lied about not knowing quid quo pro.
No, I didn't lie.
Quid
I didn't
pro
make that. I
quo.
did. I didn't.
Now I'm doing it. Quid pro quo.
See, if you say it and then it gets stuck in your head, it's easy to mess that up.
There should be like a tongue twister, like quid pro quo pro quid.
Oh God, you're so corny. That's why I'm looking away. I can't face you.
Let me just start doing more puns.
Okay, Mark. Anyhow, did I almost call you Mark Norman?
Only the greatest pun master of our generation.
Who, Mr. Norman?
Yes.
Why is he so good on radio at ad-libbing and he's so quick on radio, and yet
The question is how do his tweets get so many likes? It's a sad state of
why?
affairs.
I don't read his tweets. What are they? He doesn't follow.
What
me on
are they?
Twitter.
They're like
He doesn't follow me, so I don't follow him on Twitter.
they're like dad jokes times 1,000.
Dad joke.
Yeah, he's like, I had rheumatitis when I walked to the mic. I don't know. So I dropped the mic. I don't know. I don't remember.
I could sit and talk to Mark Norman about
I
comedy.
like Mark Norman.
Listen, I can.
He's
sit.
fun to troll, though. You got to admit.
No, but I will.
I don't worry about trolling him also because I don't believe that he has human emotions. Like,
No.
he's on a spectrum of some spectrum, and
I
I think it might
say-
be an alien spectrum.
I say we pick a comic
robot.
every episode to talk about him. Okay, I will sit and talk with Mark Norman about comedy for half an hour. He does know comedy. He does like comedy. Also Ari Shafir. I could talk to Ari about comedy for fucking same. Chris Rock loves comedy. There's certain ones you could talk about comedy with. So Mark, I could talk comedy with him forever.
I'm literally getting pushed out of the
Listening to him. Well, we have a different type of comedy. He got upset. We were doing a private show.
Who's this? Chris Rock or?
No, Mark. We did a private show at Long Island. It was a country club, which is already tough, and it was a Jewish country club, which makes it 5 times tougher. And it's a golf country club. So I don't know. Ben Haig hosted, did well up front. Then I don't know if there's one.
Is he
person-
Jewish?
No.
Is Mark Norman?
No, that's what happened.
Oh, you don't
Then
have to be Jewish to work at Jewish Country Club.
No, it was just a comedy show.
Oh.
We weren't fucking waiters. So,
Well, the waiters have to be Jewish?
no. So then I don't know if somebody
Did
was.
you get paid or was it quid pro quo?
No, it was good money. It was decent money. Rachel Feinstein went up and did well.
She is Jewish.
Yes.
So she knew
I
what
don't
she
know
was
if there
doing.
was someone before. I don't remember. But then I went up, and I'm kind of, I guess I'm doing crowd work. I'm doing golf. Look, I'm a Jew, so I can relate to them. I play golf, and it's not. Oh, I kicked that. That's why.
See, you keep kicking it. You literally want me out of the podcast.
No. Yeah. It's a situation where you're not just going to do your set. These fucking people are drunk. They're Jews. They're not. It's not an easy audience. It's a country club. So I'm going to talk golf. I'm going to do crowd work. Throw in bits. Mix it up. I know what I'm doing whenever I'm doing something. And then, but he had to go up after me. And as I was walking off stage and he was walking on, he goes, "Wow, man, you did crowd work or a lot." Yeah, I did.
Oh boy, this is getting.
No, I did what I had to do to have a good set.
But listen, in all fairness, all I do to prepare for my set is hate the person on before me. So that's how comedy is. It's like you're like, oh my God, no matter what they do, you're like, if they're killing, you're like, fuck them. I can't follow that. And then you try to put some kind of like thing on they're just doing characters or I don't do that. So I'm not going to do well. I'll just say what goes on in my head. And then if they're not doing well, I'm like, oh my God, now they're sinking the audience and blah, blah. I'm psyching myself out all the way to the stage. So if that's his mindset, I would be the same way. If somebody did all crowd work and killed
but I didn't do all crowd work.
Okay,
I mixed
calm
it
down.
up.
He saw that you did basically it's a compliment. He's saying, wow, I don't know if I can follow this. And in order to save his own ego a little bit, he's put in there like you did all crowd work so that he can have some kind of out should he not do very well.
Look,
I've played this game myself a million
I did.
times.
Listen, Saturday night at the Stress Factory. Jessica
Okay, right.
Well, no,
Can I just say this one thing?
What?
You're an amazing comedian.
No, I'm not
but
saying
you're
amazing. No,
acting
it's
silly.
mental.
I know, but you're not saying like, oh, I never thought of it that way, or my brain doesn't work that way. Now you're just saying like, here's what you gotta do. Here's how it really is.
No. I, of course, when I was at Saturday, the Stress Factory, Ian Finance hosted Kills Up Front.
It's not Ian Finance.
Whatever the fuck, Ian and Finance. Then
I call me Infidance because I think it sounds nicer.
Then what's his name? Nick Griffin goes. Nick Griffin
love
is
him.
a great writer.
Yeah, very funny.
They fucking loved him.
Yeah.
Then Jessica Kirson goes on.
Destroyed.
Slaughters.
Yeah.
Have you ever?
I've never been able to follow
It's
her.
very rare you see Jessica not do well.
Yeah, she's
So I'm sitting in the audience doing the
like
same.
a drug, I always say.
I'm sitting in the audience going, she's killing. She's doing
Don't
some
ever
crowd
stop
work.
talking while I'm talking. Just keep going.
I was telling my story.
I know, but
You did your whole thing about before you go on, and I was doing a rebuttal, so it's my turn.
Oh, sorry.
God.
I just thought.
So just let me
Just
do
like
my
a slight
turn.
pause. You go so monologue so quickly.
That's what you did before me. You're done monologue. Oh, before I go on, I hate everybody.
I was giving you another.
No, you were talking about you. You weren't giving me an example. You were
I was saying, this is how I think. Maybe that's how he thinks.
Okay.
I was giving you another alternative viewpoint.
Okay. Yeah.
What I was talking about earlier, we need to do more of.
So I'm watching Jessica going, oh, she's destroying. Oh, look, she's sometimes dirty. She's doing crowd work. What the fuck? I'm dead. I really thought I was doomed. I walked and
see, you did the same thing.
Hold on. And she said, no, but I knew she did funny. And I complimented her when she got off. I go, man, you fucking destroyed. I didn't go, oh, look at the crowd work you did. Or, oh my God, you were dirty. The first thing I said to her, she got off. I go, man, you killed. I went on stage, knew I'm not going to follow that fucking energy because she's energetic. I sat down I took the mic nice and easy, brought him into what I do, and I fucking had a good set. And then until went on and killed.
You're an amazing, legendary comedian.
No, it's not that. People don't know the psychology. Now, look, Mark.
But what psychology?
There's different psychology. You know, you can't follow. The only way to follow her energy is if you're like Dane Cook and you're really super energetic.
Mm-hmm.
You can't follow it with just, you got to bring him back down and bring him into you. So, Mark, yes, to his side of the story, whatever, it was Rachel, then me, 2 Jews in a row at a Jewish country club. He goes up. He's quite waspy. He doesn't do crowd work. He does material. But he's never, and I've done those before. He's probably never done.
Wait, where are we now? We're at Stress Factory? Or
no, back to the country club.
Oh, country club.
Back
to after. So Mark Norman is now on stage.
Okay, so here's the thing, what I'm saying. As he's walking up, a lot of times when I do TV.
You're incorrigible. Do you know that?
No.
We're having a conversation.
Okay,
I don't know why you're being so aggressive. You don't have to finish in any time frame. I'm adding some stuff and you're just like running rampant. When someone else talks, stop. Listen.
I don't want to lose my train of thought. That's all. And then you'll go. I promise.
No, I don't want to go. I'm adding stuff. I didn't understand the story, so I'm clarifying for people at home. You're doing it again. You just keep talking when someone else is talking.
You said Stress Factory or the show, and I answered. I said not to Stress Factory, so I was listening.
You make it very, very difficult to like you, by the way.
Well, I'm not trying to win friends. I'm trying to do a podcast.
Clearly.
What I'm saying
we're locked in together. There's nothing I can do. We're like in the royal family. We're the queen. She can't get out of it. What would it take you to stay?
What would it take me to stay for you to listen and let me finish?
Without ever interrupting, God forbid.
No, you can interrupt. What I'm saying.
You need to stop. I see you do it on the phone too. You just run ramshot over anyone when you feel like you have something to say.
No.
Now hold it for a second.
I hear you on the phone do the same thing.
That's not true. I'm a girl. We don't do that.
No, you might not be allowed to be called a girl soon.
Woman.
So.
Parent.
What I'm saying is the psychology in your head. Okay, when you're in the audience, you're going, oh my God, da, da, da. Whenever I do TV or do something that is very stressful, like hosting those Patrice benefits with 2,000 people or the owner, as I'm walking on the stage, this is what I do. This is my own thing. I go, I'm going to kill.
You sure you don't want to save this for some kind of, master class that you're going to put out on how to follow high energy acts?
No, I'm just saying, not energy, whatever. If I get a lot of things I get nervous at before I go on, like those Patrice roasts I did them for 8 years in a row, 2,000 people. So you're going, oh, fuck this, one of these are going to go bad, which none of them did. But so as I'm walking out, mentally, I'm going to go, I say to myself, I'm going to kill, walking up with a positive attitude. When Jessica walked off and I go, oh, you fucking killed. It took the all the negativity out of my head. So when Mark is, and I'm using him as an example, because I like I said, I like talking with Mark. I'm using him as an example. When he walked on, and he's going, God, you did so much crowd work or whatever. Or he's putting negativity into his head as he's walking up there. He's defeating. His
I didn't
purpose.
know you were this like.
Well, no, does it make sense?
Quantum physicsy.
He's defeating his purpose, and as any comic, that's just the example from, look, he kills wherever he goes. You hear him on the radio, he kills. Whatever. Seinfeld loves him. I'm not saying he's, he's
got the #1 comedy album this year, 2020 on Sirius.
On Sirius
no, on Sirius. I mean, they posted for Sirius, so I don't know. I guess it's on Raw Dog or something.
I won 2 years in a row.
On Raw Dog?
No, on Interrobang. But I don't know if I ever was on Raw Dog comedy album.
I don't know what it has to do with. Okay,
I gotta look those up.
Continue on. I'd like to leave.
So I was just using it as an example. As you're walking on, I've been in some real pressure. Fucking shit. Everybody has in these. That Trump roast you were there. I thought I was gonna fucking end my career after following Stewie Stone and Susie Essman. That just whatever. So a lot of these comics, they might find an excuse. Well, he didn't warm up the crowd. Shut up. It's your turn. You do what you got to do. He didn't warm
now
up.
you're being defensive of somebody else. Wow.
No, I'm just
getting
using
it all out here on this podcast. This should have been a Patreon.
We don't do it.
We don't do Patreon. So since you're getting a lot of like personal information, you should just like Venmo us. Or somebody Venmoed me like a couple months ago. I didn't realize it. Said, I heard you on a podcast. I think you're really funny.
How much?
$10, but still, it was pretty it's like, whoa.
Well, even though we stopped Patreon, this year we made $400. I guess there's still people. Thank you.
See? Because they know that they're like getting something good for
Thank
free.
you, Patreon.
We're just too lazy to do it. We
Thank you,
we put
Patreon.
everything into the actual podcast, and give it to you for free. So, we should do like a thing like they do on public radio and stuff, Do it. We'll send you a book.
Bonnie will send you here's what we'll do. PayPal. Go to Rich Voss PayPal. No, this is what we'll do. We'll
Anybody who
No. How do you do my PayPal is richvoss.com. PayPal. Send from $10 to $50 or whatever. Okay, Rich Voss PayPal, and we'll send you Bonnie's book.
specify what you want.
We'll send my CD, my last one.
You don't know what you're going to get: a book, a CD,
or maybe all of it. Souvenir. I have hats. I have T-shirts. I have all kinds.
We'll send you something.
Bumper stickers. I know the struggle bumper sticker. I still have those.
All right, that's enough. I'm tired of doing this.
What's it called? What's my
thank you?
PayPal?
Thank you. This is how we say thank you to our listeners. We make them pay us.
No, we don't.
And then we send them some junk that we have laying around.
No. Listen,
we
cool stuff.
love our listeners if you pay us.
No, we don't. When have we ever
Remember
asked
we were
for
going to
money?
shout people out on the podcast and stuff, and then we're like,
Okay,
can't.
Anthony Rogers. We shouted him out.
We said about 100 times. I just blocked a long time listener. He was being a fucking dick.
Yeah, good. Didn't some guy want to send you big money for something?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I haven't heard from Chicago. He hasn't.
Yeah.
You blocked him too?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not smashing anybody. I'm just giving my opinion on how I do things and how.
Hey, or you finished the speech? It's a pretty long speech.
Oh, it's just, what the fuck? I know, whatever.
Don't say something negative to the person going on stage. But we're not all as enlightened as you, unfortunately. I've done it myself. I've been quite a dick to people. I've blamed a lot of people for not doing well. For myself not doing well. You might have been one of those people.
In Vegas, I had to follow a guy standing on his head. I fucking
You're a great comedian.
I'm not
you don't have
comedian.
to worry.
Yes,
you are. Why would you say you're not a great
No,
comedian?
I am. Okay, I am. But I'm saying a lot of it is psychology. People don't know the psychology of,
right.
I'm serious. When you're doing bits, do you know the next 2 or 3 bits you're going to do after it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you?
I usually do.
That's part. Give me some other things about your psychology workshop that I might not be doing.
Gave enough.
You always told me, don't prejudge the audience.
Unless they're totally laughing at some horrible hacky comic, then you can. Then at the end of the night, I went on stage, Mia Tell and Ian, fucking very funny. Very funny. So, look.
How come Jessica didn't go on?
Oh, she left. Oh, no, she didn't. She was doing a Zoom podcast in a dressing room. She was doing a Zoom thing. Look, Mark smashed me at a gig once. He was funny as fuck, smashed me. I was working, I could have been Indiana, anywhere. And I went to this alternative club after it. And I guess he was getting paid. He was headline. I went on to a guest spot. Now, the host had a cane and something wrong with his leg, right? Kind of like, I don't think he was handicapped, but he had a
Whatever.
fuck,
Yeah.
and it was his birthday.
Mhm.
So he was on stage getting applaud for his leg or this and that, and his birthday. And I went
Not
up,
for his leg, for overcoming a challenge.
or
Okay,
whatever,
yeah.
and his birthday. And I went up. I go, listen, you can't get both. You can't use.
What are you doing?
Oh, sorry. You can't use the handicap card and the birthday card on one show. You
Oh,
can't.
wow.
You
I didn't
can't-
know that either.
No, you can't. You either go with it's my birthday, or go with I fucking tripped in the snow.
Mhm.
You can't go with both.
Oh.
That's fucking
I
too
didn't
much.
realize that. I
Yeah.
thought if you had didn't you break your elbow once and
No. Yeah, but
getting
no,
a birthday
'cause-
cake?
Yeah, but I didn't do bits on it. That was the end of the show. I didn't host the show the whole night. Oh, it's my birthday, and I'm,
But if it happened at the beginning of the show, you might have.
No,
You might have been like, hey, my elbow hurts and it's my birthday.
you don't go with both. That was my
Oh,
opinion.
Well, that seems weird.
But then again, why would you
Right.
agree? So anyhow, I was
No, you're
smashing-
right.
I was smashing them.
By the way, I agreed with your other fucking dumb notes.
You did? I didn't hear you say you're right.
Well, I'm not going to say that.
And
My
then
husband.
Mark went on and he smashed me. He goes, your wife's funnier than you, or this and that. Or,
Ew, first of all, I take exception to that fucking. You know why that slam works, right? Because it's the idea that you could never be funnier than your wife could never be funnier than you. It works on the assumption that it's a very sexist assumption that the
No, he
woman is
thinks-
always the least funny. So when he says, and people do it all the time, they come out and they go, I think you're funnier than he is, to slam you. And it's actually a slam on me. They don't realize. Like, it's basically saying, like, how ridiculous would it be if you were really funnier than your husband? I mean, it's insane.
Well, I mean, if the shoe fits.
I mean, I'm not funnier than you. Just so happens that you happen to be an exceptional comedian. But if I was married to Mark Norman, that would be different.
Would you be funnier than Mark?
I only said that because he said, your wife's funnier than you. Oh my God. Is she? Oh my God. That's insane, you guys.
Well,
That's insane.
Look, the guy's blowing up. There's a
He
lot
should
of
have said your mom. I mean, it still is a sexist premise, but it's like funnier to say your mom's funnier than you are.
Well, he smashed me. He was good. I mean, listen, on radio, he's fucking quick as hell. So I'm just saying, listen, when you're walking on stage after you fall,
Look, he's a funny guy.
he's all right. He's all right.
He's no Bonnie McFarlane. I know the reason is nobody ever comes up to you and says like,
His girlfriend, I think,
"You're
is a comic.
funnier than your wife."
His girlfriend's a
Has
comic.
anyone
I don't
ever
know.
said that?
What's that?
You're funnier than your wife.
Oh, all the time.
No, has anyone ever said that? Like
I
as a
don't-
joke kind of thing. Like, I think you're funnier than her.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be funny. Because it'd be like people would be like, "Well, yeah, he's the man. Of course, he's
Oh,
funny."
There you go with the woman
No, I'm
issue.
just saying that's the reason the joke works. I'm not putting any emotional attachment to it. I'm just saying that's why that joke works, because it's working on the premise that women couldn't possibly be as funny as their husbands.
Well,
That's why I just made the point. The other way doesn't work.
I'll tell you what. You name 10 married couples and then say who's funnier. But no,
I'm not saying that's the truth. I'm saying that's the
Well, but also
the
too
way.
funny.
That's why that joke.
Funny's all relative. It's what's funny to you.
Absolutely.
It's all
Nobody's arguing
bullshit.
that.
If somebody likes dry misdirection type of comedy, yeah, you're fucking.
It's amazing when you look at someone that you don't think is funny that's getting laughs in the audience, and you're just like baffled, like I don't get how that's happening.
That's when I hate the
You know.
crowd.
But the truth, but the truth is it's like, or we've watched people that we thought were hilarious and the crowd wasn't responding, and you're like, how are they not getting this? It's like, it's a weird thing. It's like the I don't know
I'll tell
what
you
you
who's
call it. It's like an Oculus or something. It's like
I'll tell you
your
who's-
eyes are open or they're not.
Eddie Pepitone is so fucking funny. It's so funny and how smart and crazy and
Mm-hmm.
just the imagination and when I hear him on radio, it's so you're going, I'll never be that funny as long as I live. Just it's amazing. even Todd Glass, some of it is so
Genius.
fucking
Yeah, I agree.
so brilliant. It's because it's so different. But Eddie Pepitone, holy fuck! I guess he has a big fan base and doing well, but and when he wasn't picked to go into the house in Last Comic Standing was the
Who?
big Eddie Pepitone.
Oh,
I don't know if it was the first or second season. It probably was ours, but he would have been so fucking good so funny in the house on Last Comic. I think it was our season. You couldn't get anybody funnier to live with in a house. They're fucking dumb.
On
They were
that
dumb.
note.
I'm just saying, I'm pro Eddie Pepitone. Okay.
even though one time I heard him say before he went on, he's doing all crowd work.
He said that about me.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. At South by Southwest.
No fucking way.
You're so dumb. Okay. I got to go.
What do you mean on South by Southwest?
I'm joking because
Oh.
we saw him there. So
Oh.
I knew you'd believe it.
It wasn't South by Southwest. It was the other one.
Moon Tower.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Moon Tower. All right. Let me do some plugs. The 14th through the 16th Stress Factory. The week after
Do
at
I need to be here
Helium.
for this?
Helium. Go to
Buy
richvoss.com
my book.
for my web for my whatever. So long.
She really hates him, it's really true. Why did she marry this jackass Jew? Some people say that opposites attract, but this seems more like a suicide pact. He's totally sober, she's not that drunk. He's really old and she's got some spunk. He's totally holy as an asinine bomb, and she's just a little less dumb. She really hates him, it's really true. But somewhere deep down, she loves him too.